So when you have an open house, obviously you want to take advantage of being able to get potentially new listings off of that as well. So if you have, let's just say this was your open house, you can go ahead and copy your address, and then you can actually dial and canvas by phone. So I can get you an account through the company that I like using. It's called Nationwide Marketing. And once you're in there, they have a consumer database, and you can do owner occupied cell phones, and then it's going to pull up all of these different categories that you can search by. So, first, what I would do is a map search, and you can do address search, and then you can put in the address of your open house, and then you can do create radius. And let's just say you want to do like a half mile, or you can do a mile. I'm just going to do a half mile for now, and then I'm going to click save, and then you can go ahead and click apply, and now you're within a half miles of your address here. Now besides the geography, you can do mortgage info like most recent rate type, most recent loan type, most recent mortgage date. If those pieces of information are not of use to you, you can go to property, and you can go property purchase date, year built, property LTV. So you have all of these options here. One thing you want to make sure is deliverability. Do not call, and then put not on the DNC, so you're not calling people that are on the DNC. And then owner info, you want property owner name present. That way if you're calling them up, you can address them by name. Doesn't mean that it'll always be 100% accurate, but the information is pretty good. And let's just say that you want to go length of ownership, because people that are most likely going to sell their home, are going to be probably around this mark here, so maybe 7 years to 10 years. And you can click apply, and then you can go ahead and go up here and click count, and it'll tell you how many records are available, and then you can download the records. So you can see there's 74 records available. Now if you just wanted to invite anybody in the neighborhood to the open house, then we could always just change the length of ownership. We could take that out, and then we could do the count. And then from there we're going to go from 74, and it's going to go up to 356 records, and that's only within a half mile. If you wanted to go out to a mile, you could definitely change the parameters of your search so you can go out further than a half mile. Now if you don't have open houses, but you kind of want to canvas by phone and go out there and try to be able to get some business, you could go to also recently sold, and then you could just look up properties that sold in the area that you actually want to work. So whatever area that is for you. So let's just say, for example, this is in the area that you want to be able to get potential listings from. Then you could just take this address, and you could go back into the system, go to geography, go to map search, go to reset the map. We'll want to go ahead and X that out, and we'll go to map search, address search, create radius, and then click apply. And now we're within 1 mile of that home. You can go to count, and then you could call these people and just say, if you have buyers that you actually have under contract, you could say, hey, I know that 17503 Ferry Road just sold. I actually have some other buyers that potentially were interested in that property. So properties maybe that your buyers actually look like, and then you can go around and canvas around that area. Now this one doesn't have any parameters as far as how long they've lived there. So again, if you want to do length of ownership, kind of narrow it down, you can always do that. Click apply, and it'll change the count. So if you have some buyers that are out there, maybe they like that property and it's sold, you can call and say, hey, I have some people that are, trying to get into this neighborhood. I didn't know if you had anybody that you knew that were potentially looking to sell their property. I wouldn't maybe specifically ask them if they're ready to sell, because a lot of people, don't tell you that up front. But if you go in trying to ask about other people, they might say, well, we might be interested or something like that. So you can canvas by phone utilizing this tool. Now, once you choose what you want here, then it'll go into your orders and it delivers them to you in a CSV file that you can download. And then from there, you can upload it into any CRM calling database, or you can just call them directly from your phone number as well. I would suggest obviously using some sort of a CRM. If you don't have a CRM, one that I do highly recommend that we have access to, that we've done training on, is GoHighLevel. You can go to one of my other trainings regarding GoHighLevel. And if you'd like an account for nationwide marketing, you can reach out to me and we will go ahead and get you in contact with one of our representatives over there. And if you want to canvas an area and we are also licensed in that area, then we can talk about potentially making some phone calls together to be able to try to generate some business together. If you'd like to discuss how you can kind of canvas by phone, what types of data is available, just reach out to me and I'll go through the options, how it might be able to benefit you or your team, and we can see if it's maybe a good fit and how you can utilize a database like this to be able to pull your own data. It does depend on how many records that you purchase at a time. I purchase records in blocks of 100,000, so it's like 4 cents a record. You can get other records just individually on kind of a smaller basis for about 10 cents per record. You can check this training video out and more at lendingagentshelp.com. Sign up for one of our free memberships. We have other training on there showing you how to be able to market and generate new business for yourself.